haven't done this in so long. Wait, you can't see my amp. Synergy. Is he focusing? I don't know what I'm doing. I think if I put my hand out, talk to the hand, and now talk to the face. There we go. That worked. I am not good at cameras. Hey, everybody. How's it going? For those of you that have been following along with me for some time, may be aware of a project that I just launched. It's my new band, and it's called Fly in Formation. Today, we actually just released our debut EP, and it's called Physical Architecture. I've been so focused on getting the record done. With the release being today, I thought it would be fun to just very casually, catalog my thoughts. Too Long Didn't Read. We made an album. I think it's amazing. There's a lot of amazing people that brought it to life, and the music feels very genuine to, who I am as a person and who we've become as a group ethos. I'll take you through the journey. So everything started in 2018. I had written 2 solo records. In 2018, I still hadn't released my second solo record called Alignment, but I was always writing when I was in law school. Probably not studying enough, but I survived. So March, April of 2018, wrote the first ideas for something that made it onto Physical Architecture. And I was experimenting with voice leading for the first time because I had no idea what that was until I read it in this thing. And I experimented with it, and that's where I came up with the opening chord progression. Recorded the idea and shelved it. My ambition at the time was always to make incredible music. I was still working on Alignment. I knew I wanted to do something bigger than that. At the end of the day, while I experimented a lot with my guitar playing, and I love guitar technique, and what I was the most interested in, making incredible songs. I wanted to make an emotional journey. I wanted to tell a story in music. I was not interested in showing off my technique, and I just didn't feel like that's my calling. Like, my calling is to be a composer. That's what I really feel the desire to do. My guitar is my vehicle to find notes quickly and express things, and also, use cheat codes in harmony that I've developed over the years where I know I can do certain shapes that'll give me the sounds I want. Guitar is my pencil on the canvas, essentially, but the only amount of technique I want is just enough to be able to play ideas that are in my head. And that was a mentality that took me many years to develop. What I really want to get better at is developing the music in my head and bringing it to life. That's what it's all about for me. Having a creative vision and writing and creating that vision. But I know what I'm capable of, and I know where I need help. So I thought it would be more fun to make it a band and make it a collective identity, because then everyone is invested and everyone has more contributions and more to say. And at the end of the day, my feeling was that my creative vision is, always going to come through in the ethos, but it can only grow and expand by having other people slowly chipped away at the songs. And I found that little bursts of inspiration would take me a really long way, and then a lot of times life would kind of bring me down and I wouldn't touch writing for a while. Writing for Fly in Formation has not been a grind process. I feel inspired. I'm going to write when it happens, and when it happens, sometimes 2 or 3 minutes of music will just pour out of me in 4 hours. I'll just know at the end of that 4 hours, I'm like, the meat and potatoes of it is there, right? And that's the process that I developed in making this album. I could tell you about how each one started. Dingle Hopper started as a thing that just popped into my head one day after work. Whereas Firebender started when I was playing the guitar, my telly. I was like, what if I did something in drop D and Phrygian dominant? And so I literally just played, root flat 7 up to the major 3rd and down to the flat 2. And I was like, oh, and then there it was, some of them just came to me, the middle section of the song came to me while I was riding a bus, and I had to scratch it down in my phone somehow. You just have to be kind of willing to hear the ideas. Physical Architecture came when I got my 7-string, my key soul. I was just experimenting with tunings, and I wanted to play pretty chords with the low string, and I found some chords, and that was that. Horses also came on the Telecaster. What came to me first were the main chords, the rhythmic idea, dun, 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 dun. That just came to me from experimentation. I was learning a lot about rhythm at the time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then what if I accented 1, 3, 5, 1, 4? Dun, 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 dun. So that's how the idea came out. My favorite thing about making this record is where it's taken me now. Process of writing music at first, when I first started, was very cloudy and very gray, and I had no idea what to do. I had amazing teachers, Dave Weiner, Jake Howsam Lowe. I started to unearth some things, and then it became more clear, and then it became more cloudy because then I started thinking too much about things I was learning. And then making this album has kind of just been like a final clearing of the clouds that have been blocking like my real confidence and like what I would just describe as a basic competency of writing the kind of music I want to write, which is intense, emotional journey story pieces that have a lot of depth to them and a lot of interesting things happening. The cool thing is that when I sit down to work on this stuff now, it's very much like I really know what I'm doing and I know what I want, and it's really just a process of finding an idea and then just letting it flow. And it feels really good. I feel like my mind is just kind of opening up to more and more and more the more I do it. When I was making physical architecture, okay, I'm gonna be honest, there were definitely times where I didn't believe in a lot of the music or think it was good enough or interesting enough or badass enough or whatever. Ultimately, throughout the whole process of recording, it got there. I feel like now I can start creating something from the moment of creation that is much closer to where I want to be than when I wrote this album. And that's, I think, the most exciting thing, because, you know, it just really feels like the sky is the limit. Like things are just, the gray, the clouds are just continuing to open up, and now things feel really open for me as a composer. I guess today I'm just feeling very, very grateful. Very grateful for this journey that I've been on. Exceptionally grateful for everyone who played and was a part of this. I mean, Eric Novrosky. I mean, the mix simply could not have been what it is without him and him alone. Reese Ortenberg on bass, musical mastermind. Nathan Sletner, drummer, a human force of nature. Brendan Hassan, one of my best friends from growing up. He gave his life to this record. He gave many, many, many months to this record, and I love him for it. Love you, Brendan. My friend Ben Westbrook, the stunt guitarist. Kat Janis, she sang. I knew I wanted a voice on the album, and you know, she became that voice. Sarah Novrosky edited and filmed everything and documented everything. I just, you know, I'm so grateful to all of these people. The artists, Owen Art Productions, man, I love you. He made the album cover. I just feel like he took pieces of my heart and soul from a 10-minute conversation and just made them visual. Sohail, the Nautilus Shell, who made our animations, put this incredible package together. And then there's Rahul Manan, my man, who has just been like running the release campaign and taught me so much. You know, I look at that and it's like my hands are full of people who helped bring this together. I just look back on this journey of making the music and where it started, the amount of work and time and effort and money and energy that I put in and everyone else put in, building something that just far surpassed my own expectations. I'm just very grateful, man. I'm so grateful for these people. It just would not in any way, shape, or form be what it is without this incredible team. So grateful today to be able to put this music out. I think everyone's just universally proud of what we did, and I know I'm very proud of it. I'm going to be making more content. You know, please like and subscribe and throw the thumbs up and leave a comment, say hello. And, you know, I appreciate you all so much. I appreciate everyone listening to the music. I appreciate and love and I respect and am just so grateful for everyone who got it to this point and have helped create this massive collective identity that is Flying Formation. I'm super proud of it, man. Hope you enjoy physical architecture, and thank you so much. All right.